Hey everybody, it's physical therapist Dr. Trent Corey, and just got done with the ChiRunning class that I just taught this morning, and had a great time. It's great to have a couple of beginners, a couple of walkers, and a runner going over the basics of, really our universal laws of how we need to move correctly, and just got a lot out of it. It was amazing. There was actually one lady who is a horseback rider, and so the things I was teaching her about leaning and finding that body position, she was telling me how that's really was an aha moment for her, like when she is on the horse, how she needs to kind of position her body and getting the horse to go faster or slower. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, when you're leaning forward, you find the position and get your body to tilt a little bit more, and it creates that momentum for you to move forward. So just found that fascinating. It was really amazing. Also just kind of taking away a few things that I just see are patterns in people. Was pretty, it's always revealing to me. I kind of know the patterns that people have, but typically, people work pretty well with going through the posture focuses, but they're pretty surprised on how their alignment is, locking out their knees, or they're having their shoulders way back. And I get them kind of get their shoulders a little bit more forward, and they feel like they're like this. They feel like they're too far forward. That's because they're so used to being in that position where they're hanging on their hips. I can't show that very well, I'm sorry. But that their hips are kind of forward and their shoulders are back. And that creates that position where you have to push to overcome momentum to get your body to go forward. And so I just kind of gave them some strategies that they could do to kind of rig the game in their favor. Let physics work for you and not against you. And that's what happens a lot of times with folks who are struggling, is that they're making their body work against gravity and against the forces of nature. We're trying to teach patterns so the body feels great and doesn't have to do that and cooperates with the forces of nature. So always excited when I teach a ChiRunning class. I get a lot out of it. I teach and I get more out of it. And those, who want to learn more should teach. And so, that's why I really wanted to make sure I got out here again today and teach this as much as I can, because the more I teach, the better I get. And it's a process of just getting a little better every day, and consistent practice makes for that path to mastery. So I found it really exciting. I'm really glad I got to do it. And a couple things I wanted to go over with running form and walking. I'm just going to go over the walking form first. Is that, when I teach people and they go through the posture and they fall forward a little bit, that they tend to they still want to take those monster strides. They really want to reach way out in front of them. And what I want to have them focus on is getting those strides to be just really little. Tiny. If I can show the camera here. I don't know. Let's see. So really the stride length should only be about that. Oh boy, let's see. Right there. Okay. Right about that far. So not very far. Just a little stride. And there's so many people, I get them in the posture focus, and all of a sudden those lengths go way out in front of them again. So I have to get them to get that to pull those horses back, get the foot to land right underneath you a little bit more. A big cue that I found helpful is don't step past your knee. So just don't step past your knee. When you think about it, if you had to bend your knees as you did this, you wouldn't be able to, if I bent my knees, as I walk, I could not literally get my heel to the ground. It's just impossible. So trying to keep your knees slightly bent keep you from getting too far on the back of your heel. So you have to land more on the bottom of your foot. So just practicing that with walking, and just doing the walking part of it is really the basics of it. It's just getting your posture line to line, taking a little bit of bend in your knee, tipping forward with your torso, and let the rest happen. And then I had the one runner in the group. I just had her just tip a little bit more and just fall into a little bit more, and then she started running. So it really just comes down to very basic principles, the universal laws of physics, basically, to make sure that you are lining up your body and going in the intention of where you need to be going, getting all the body parts going right where you want to go, not swinging your arms side to side, not going too far up and down, working on all those things and gathering up that strength in your core to propel you in the right direction with the use of the gravitational force, using gravity to help you to get further, not to make yourself work against gravity and wear yourself out, wear your joints out and all that stuff. So trying to find those ways to maximize your efficiency, decrease your injuries, improve your enjoyment every single day when you run and you walk, and to create that invigoration of feeling alive and moving. And that's what it's really all about when I teach it, and that's why I get so excited when I get to teach everybody this type of thing. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this video. I hope that you can make it to a ChiRunning class, or if you've already taken one, take another one. We need to get better and better at it every day, because this is a pandemic. There's so many people with so many issues with their running. I see them running and walking all the time, and they have all sorts of things going on that they don't even know, and they're getting all these doohickeys and getting all these treatments and surgeries or whatever, buying gadgets, getting certain shoes. It's not the problem. They need to get better with their form. You need to get better with your form to improve yourself, and once you get that down, a ton of stuff changes. It shifts in a more dramatic way, and then you can go accomplish those walking and running goals. So anyway, this is Trent Corey, physical therapist, Dr. Physical Therapy, wishing you the best out there. Happy running. Take care.